Hi, everybody. I know y'all missing me. My kids are officially back in school, so I'm able to actually go live. It was so much trying to manage going live, being there for my kids. It was just so much. But now I'm back and I got so many topics I want to go over. I want to make sure that if you guys have not got your credit scores to the 700s, I am here to help y'all. That's everything we're going to go over. Okay, so today's topic is this. If your credit score is under 700s, I'm going to tell you guys 7 things that y'all need to stop doing today. Okay, we're going to talk about what y'all need to stop doing, but we're also going to talk about what you guys need to start doing. All right, so you guys can get the books down below. Y'all see, I have the books down below that you guys can actually get. So go ahead and get your books down below. Let's go over some of these questions and topics that you guys need to make sure that you are understanding. Okay, so you guys need to start focusing on anything that's bad. You have to get it off of there. Some of y'all are okay with letting negative accounts down your credit reports. I understand that some of y'all may get tired, some of y'all may want to give up, but like y'all, if y'all don't fight for them accounts to be removed from your credit reports, they're going to just stay there until the 7.5 years. All right. So y'all have to literally fight to have these accounts be removed from your credit reports by making sure that you guys are doing your disputes. Okay. Once you guys get that old stuff off, or when you send out the letter to get it off, immediately y'all need to start applying for new credit. Y'all need, to me, 4 credit cards added to your credit reports and 2 installment accounts. All right. So these are the top 7 things that y'all need to stop doing. Okay. So y'all need to stop missing payments. I still see a lot of people missing payments. And I hope y'all just understand this. If y'all have a credit card and it's due, y'all can pay the minimum on that credit card. And if y'all need to use a credit card again, y'all know y'all can use that credit card again, but pay the minimum. Usually when y'all have y'all credit cards, and this is just for those people that's having missed payments, because I don't suggest this, but if y'all having missed payments, this can stop that at least. If you have your credit card, it's a Visa, it's a MasterCard. Y'all know that y'all can use y'all credit card right then and there. And then as soon as y'all pay y'all bill, a lot of time they make that money available right away, or it's available the next day. Pay y'all credit card bill before they're about to report to the credit bureau. Pay it before they even your due date. Because if you pay it before your due date, they're not going to have any interest on it at all. All right. So say if you have a $50 minimum payment, you could pay the $50, and then they're going to make that $50 available again. If y'all needed that money because y'all have other things in life that y'all need to do, y'all know y'all can use that $50 again. Y'all can use that $50 again. Now the thing is this: if y'all are close to being over y'all limit, y'all are probably going to be over your limit, but guess what? You're not going to have. You're not going to have a late payment, because some of y'all are getting to the point where you're having late payments reporting, and it drops your credit score so much. And those are some of the hardest things to get removed. If you guys are having problems in terms of you just can't pay your minimum payment in general, call the company and tell them to. Call them and tell them you can't pay your minimum payment. But missed payments, y'all need to stop doing that. That's number one. Y'all need to stop doing that. And then another thing y'all need to stop doing is having a high credit card utilization. Holding a high balance on y'all credit cards is the reason why y'all credit scores are staying low. So y'all need to make sure that y'all bringing down that utilization on y'all credit cards. And some of y'all start trying to pay off y'all credit cards, and y'all thinking about just getting y'all credit scores to go up. Y'all not thinking about like the debt part of it, like, oh, I want to pay the highest interest rate. Y'all not think about that. Y'all just think about y'all credit score actually going up. Y'all need to pay the credit card that's gonna report the soonest. So whichever due date is the soonest, that's who's gonna report the soonest. They're gonna usually report like 3 to 5 days after your due date. So y'all need to think about paying those as soonest. Okay. And stop ignoring y'all credit reports. Some of y'all not even looking on y'all credit reports. Look on Credit Karma and see what's going on. If y'all ignoring y'all credit reports and not seeing the different changes, y'all already out the game. That's kind of like having health problems and y'all ain't seeing, what your blood pressure is. Y'all not seeing, what your sugar levels are. It's kind of like that. Think of your credit reports like that. Your credit reports is gonna tell you exactly what's going on. Y'all need to stop ignoring that, okay? And for the people that's just not coming in, I'm talking about the 7 things that y'all need to stop ignoring. If your credit score is under 600s, what y'all need to stop ignoring so y'all can get over the 700s, because there's just certain things that y'all are doing which is keeping y'all credit scores low. Okay, so y'all need to stop ignoring again y'all credit reports, and then stop blindly um paying or disputing some of those collections. Like, some of y'all are, this is what y'all doing. Y'all are just blindly just paying some of these collections. Y'all ain't asking for no documentations or anything. Y'all just start paying them. I don't know, some of y'all think, oh, I'm gonna do pay for deletion and stuff like that. I don't know about y'all, but I sue 2 collection companies. I'm not finna. be out here paying these collection companies. They need to send me documents. They need to actually show me that I owe them in their documentation. Okay. I don't want to hear that they got this from some credit card company. I don't know. You're not the credit card company. I don't trust you. Stranger danger. That's what I think when I see these collection companies. But a lot of y'all are blindly just paying them. If y'all doing pay for deletion, okay, at least y'all doing pay for deletion. It's gonna be off y'all credit reports. But some of y'all just paying them and that account's not coming off your credit reports. And that's a huge problem. Okay. And then also too, y'all need to look for the accuracy in these different accounts. A lot of these accounts don't even have the right stuff. Okay. What's wrong with disputing? There's nothing wrong with disputing. I believe in disputing, but some people are not disputing, or if y'all disputing the wrong way. Y'all have to understand that my biggest thing is when I'm disputing the accounts, like I have this book right here, 70 dispute letters in here for these different, let me mirror this so that you can see it over here. But I have this book right here that have 70 dispute letters in here. Some of y'all send out disputes and y'all not even talking about nothing in y'all disputes. Y'all just, I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all just saying, I just dispute this account. Y'all just taking some blind letter and y'all not thinking about like the outcome of y'all disputes. I don't know how to fix it over here. Seems like it's different than what's over here. But this book, it has collections, dispute letter, repossessions, charge-offs, bankruptcy, student loans, identity theft, late payments. It has so many different dispute letters, but some of y'all are not targeting the right way. Y'all have to understand this about me if y'all haven't seen me. I'm all about suing them. So if they don't delete the account from the credit reports, I want to sue them. So I need to make sure that I'm saying certain things inside of my letters to make sure that they're going to actually delete the account from the credit reports. And if they don't, I'm going to sue them. And when I sue them, I'm going to tell them to give me some money. I'm going to tell them to delete the account from credit reports. And then I'm going to make sure I get some type of waiver of debt saying I no longer owe whatever it is. Like if it's a collection company, whatever you say I owe you, I don't owe you anymore. If it's a charge off, I don't owe you anymore. Some of y'all are just sending out dispute letters and y'all not pointing out errors. When I think about suing y'all, and when I look at a lot of different cases, I'm looking at the errors on the account. That's the legal reason. I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to get legal advice. But to me, that's the legal reason as to why they're supposed to delete the account from the credit reports, not just because I told them I want to delete it. No, there's errors on the account. You're supposed to delete it. If you don't delete it, then I'm going to sue you. Some people are just blindly sending out letters, and that's not going to work like that. Like all of these letters in here, I actually show you all and I tell you all, it says like dispute errors on here. Y'all have to put the dispute errors on here. Okay. Y'all need to say why the account need to be deleted. Y'all need to look at all three credit reports and actually compare what's wrong with the account and tell them that they need to delete it based off of those errors. Okay. But y'all definitely need to do some dispute before some people are out here just paying, and I just don't believe in that. Okay. And remember, I have three total lawsuits. I have sued all three credit bureaus, have settlements with them. I sued two collection companies, have settlements with them, and I sued my creditors, had over $40,000 worth of debt that I did not have to pay. So I just think a certain type of way, period. And I have the proof and experience of why I think this way. But y'all need to make sure that y'all find the errors and then actually do y'all disputes that way. Okay. And then y'all need to stop keeping y'all credit reports just available. Y'all know y'all can put a freeze on y'all credit reports for free. Y'all need to put a freeze on y'all credit reports. That's gonna stop any if y'all thought y'all was gonna get some identity theft, it's gonna stop that. Okay, just keep a freeze on y'all credit reports. All right. And then stop just blindly applying for credit cards. Try to see if y'all can apply for credit cards that can pre-qualify y'all without a hard inquiry. Some of y'all just like, oh, I like this credit card. It's like a shiny card or something to y'all. No, me personally, I want to make sure I can get the card before I apply for it. So I want to pre-qualify for it. If I cannot pre-qualify for a credit card, I first want to know what credit bureau they're going to pull. I want to know how do they feel about maybe the inquiries on the credit report, how they going to feel about accounts on the credit reports, how they feel about utilization. I need to know about this company. Pre-qualification though, y'all, they going to tell you yes or no. So y'all ain't got to play the guessing game. But if they don't pre-qualify, then you need to kind of play the guessing game and make sure everything else is in order. Okay, but those are like the top 7 things that y'all need to make sure that y'all stop doing. All right, so y'all need to make sure that y'all pull all three of your credit reports, look at it. Everything negative gotta go. Collections, charge off, bankruptcies, foreclosures, all that stuff needs to go. Y'all need to get all that stuff deleted from your credit reports. Y'all need to add positive accounts onto your credit reports. That's why I say have at least 4 credit cards. Y'all can also work to remove y'all inquiries. That can be another thing that y'all can do. And then also get your utilization down. Those are like the top things that y'all can do. And then as y'all get y'all credit cards, as y'all already work to remove y'all accounts from y'all credit reports, that's when y'all can spend that extra time focusing on paying down your credit cards. Okay, just use that extra time working on your utilization, working on too if y'all have late payments, do some goodwill letters to remove those late payments from your credit reports. But I do have some questions that I want to go over. If y'all have any questions, definitely make sure that y'all ask me because I'll be happy to answer those for y'all. So let's get into them. So they said, what's the first thing I should do if my credit score is under 600? If your credit score is under 600, the first thing that you should actually do is just make sure that anything that's negative on there, collections, charge off, bankruptcies, foreclosures, all these negative accounts, all the accounts that basically said that you did not pay, you need to get that stuff deleted from your credit reports. Okay. You need to work to remove it from your credit reports, period. All right. When you work to get this stuff deleted, that's going to help your credit score go up. And then as you guys get positive accounts, which is something I think y'all should make sure that y'all have next, then y'all will see y'all credit scores go up even faster. Y'all getting bad stuff off, so that's gonna make your credit score go up. Plus, you got positive accounts now saying that you're paying on time. That's gonna make your credit score go up even further. So if your credit score is under the 600s, first make sure that if you have a bankruptcy, get that thing deleted. If you have any charge-offs or collections, especially collections, collections and bankruptcies are like the top two things to me. Collections and bankruptcies, you got to make sure that stuff is coming off of your credit reports. Okay, so those are the top things that I think y'all should do. And then don't forget, I do have my 70 dispute letter book so that you guys can start doing the disputes to get them accounts off. And if they refuse to delete them, y'all, I suggest y'all think about suing the companies because I'm not doing it any other way. I'm all about suing. Okay, can I realistically rebuild my credit after being in the 500s? Yes, I see people all the time, or I help people also all the time. The credit scores be in the 400s. Okay, I remember when I seen high 300 credit scores, I'm like, I didn't even know you can go this low. Yes, y'all can get y'all credit scores to go up fast. But the way when I have clients that's like high 300s, they're in the 400s, 500s, what I tell them to do is we have to send out dispute letters immediately to get that bad stuff off. Usually with people, when I see their credit scores in the 400s or, high 300s, they have active late payments. Late payments every single month they're reporting you late, your credit score will keep going down and down and down. You need to stop deleting basically. You need to just get the account deleted. If it was me, that's what I would do. I would just delete that account. If you know because they have errors on it. Let me make sure I say that there's errors on that account as to why the account needs to get deleted. But if you're not even to keep reporting you late and your credit score is just every month going down 40 points, go down 30 points the next month, every single month your credit score is going down, you need to just delete the account from your credit reports. But you definitely can rebuild your credit score. You just need to get anything that's pulling your credit score off of there. Whatever is dragging you, you need to get that stuff off of your credit reports. And then some people work to get stuff deleted, but they do not think that you need positive accounts added. So the people that like have bankruptcies and stuff like that, I say as soon as you get your discharge, you need to apply for 4 credit cards immediately because most likely all of the accounts that was on your credit reports is messing up your credit. So you need to apply for 4 credit cards immediately. Let them things be added to your credit reports because that's what's going to get your credit scores to go back up. Okay. Somebody said, why is my credit score still low when I pay my bills? Y'all not looking at the utilization. Y'all can pay y'all bills every month on time. Okay, that's fine. But y'all may have 70% utilization. Y'all may have 90% utilization. Y'all may even be over y'all limit. Some of y'all may be at 30% utilization. But if y'all feel like y'all pay y'all bills every month on time, y'all don't have any type of negative accounts in your credit reports, look at your utilization. Look at how much you are using on your credit cards compared to your credit limit. Try to get your utilization at 10% or less, or if you can do even better, like try to go towards 5%. Watch your credit score go up because a lot of people don't think about that. When y'all are maxing out y'all credit cards, y'all just look desperate. I used to start telling myself that too. Like, I cannot max out my credit cards. When I max out my credit cards, I look desperate and my credit score look crazy. Okay. So y'all need to think about this same thing with yourselves. Like, I cannot max out my credit cards. When I do this, it's just messing up my credit so much. I need to make sure I'm not doing this. All right. Somebody says, should I pay off collections if my credit score is under 600? I'm not paying a collection company. I'm sorry. I'm not going to pay it. What I'm gonna do is if the account is already on my credit reports, I'm gonna do like a regular dispute to the credit bureaus, to remove it. If they don't remove it after the 30 days, I'm gonna send a letter to the credit bureaus again and to that company. And then after that, I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna sue them and I'm really gonna sue them. I had 2 settlements with collection companies. I sued collection companies 2 separate times. Y'all, and I have actually helped other people who got settlement checks. Like they got paid. I can talk about theirs more than I can ever talk about mine. But they actually got paid. So I'm not gonna pay a collection company. Now, some of y'all are trying to buy a house really, really fast. Y'all like, Keith, I'm trying to buy this house. They don't let me have more than $2,000 in collection. Maybe y'all want to think about doing pay for deletion, or maybe y'all should just wait. Maybe y'all should just wait and work on getting that collection deleted. But I'm not, anytime y'all talk about paying a collection, I'm just not with it. I'm looking for a collection company to send me a check. Okay. I'm going to sue them and then I'm going to be looking for them to actually send me money. Period. That's what I'm looking for. And good morning, Charlene. Good morning. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not going to be thinking about paying no collection company. Should I dispute every negative account on my credit report? I would. I would, because all of the accounts, whether they're positive or negative, y'all, if y'all look at a credit report the way I teach it, and my books come with a free course, and I teach y'all how to actually like read a credit report. So, like, say if y'all was to get the books, the Raise Your Credit Score come with a free book, the free course, the Suing to Win come with a free course, my bankruptcy one even come with a free course. But a lot of my books come with a free course. If y'all look at a credit report the way I look at it, y'all to be like, hey, how is this company got my day open looking like this? How my payment history looking like this? How is my last day activity looking like this? Why is my account numbers are different? This is the same account. Why is my balance different? Once y'all start reading the credit reports, y'all see everything on it have errors, whether it's positive or negative. Now the errors is the reason why account needs to get deleted. So of course I'm gonna delete everything negative. Of course I would. I would be making sure that stuff is off of there. Okay. And if you guys have, like, I have seen this, if you guys had an account that was included in bankruptcy and maybe you got one or two late payments, I wouldn't try to delete the full account. I would just work on removing that bankruptcy and then having the late payments removed on that account. That's what I would personally do. And y'all can fight with the credit bureaus and ask them to remove those late payments from that account. And usually, once you get the bankruptcy removed, say if you're going through like LexisNexis, you're going through that channel of like getting removed from LexisNexis, and then you tell the credit bureaus to remove it. When a bankruptcy is off of there, then you can say, okay, I just got one or two late payments on these charge offs. Okay. And they probably just list it as included in bankruptcy. But once the bankruptcy removed, you can have all of that stuff updated, but I would remove the late payments. I wouldn't worry about deleting those accounts fully. I would just worry about removing those late payments. How would I know whether something on my credit report is actually inaccurate? You would know if something is inaccurate based off of what's reporting. So what I like to do is I like to look at the account where, like, I like something called Identity IQ because I can see all three credit reports. I'll see TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. They're all side by side, so I can compare all three. Y'all, we don't know these numbers off the top of our heads. We're not looking at these numbers. We're really not. We're not looking at our dates. We're not tracking this. But when you get all three credit bureaus and you're lining them up, you're going to basically see what information is on there. Okay. So you want to look at your account number. Is the account number the same on all three credit bureaus? Probably not. One of them may say something different. That's an inaccuracy. Okay. And that can be a reason why you're telling the credit bureau, hey, you need to remove this account. This do not look like this, the account number. The other two bureaus are saying something different. Y'all can look at the balance. Sometimes the balance is just off by $1. Sometimes it's off by $100. So y'all can, look at the balance, see that one of the credit bureaus, we don't know who it's going to be, is saying something wrong. There can be slight errors like this that you just could not see unless you're looking at all three credit bureaus. Okay. When y'all look at the last date activity, this is where probably all three credit bureaus got something different. All right. So you look at that last date activity, that can be something that can be wrong. Y'all look at y'all payment history. TransUnion may say, hey, June 2025, you were 30 days late. And the other two bureaus said, no, you was not late. No, that month you were late. July 2025, that's an error. So y'all need to look and just compare those errors. That's how you know if something is inaccurate, y'all. But we don't know just looking at one bureau. I wouldn't even know that. That's why some people be like, oh, let me just show you my credit karma. You're not showing me your credit karma. I'm not doing that much thinking. I want to actually look at like the different errors. I want to compare all three credit bureaus and I could just easily see it. Y'all ever did that little game is like kids where they're like, which picture is different or find the differences. It's just like that. Like, oh, wait, hold on. That account number look different compared to these two. That one got a seven in it. That one just go 8, 9. They don't have a seven between the 8 and the 9. So this one is different. The balance is $1 off on this one. Hey, it's say 30 days late right here, but the other one said I was on time. Last date activity, all three of them got different. That's what's inaccuracies. That's what I look at. And high tides, that's exactly what I look at when I'm looking at the accounts. But that's how I'm finding the inaccuracies, y'all. Okay. And I'm just gonna say this too, because I'm all about suing y'all. These companies are gonna be like, oh, it was not us that had the inaccuracy, it was the credit bureau. Y'all, we don't care who got the inaccuracy. We're gonna ask everybody to remove it and fix the account. And if they don't fix it or remove it, y'all, that's their problem. They need to fix this. Think about it as your reputation. You can't just be out here saying whatever you want to say about somebody. This is your financial reputation. This is going to dictate whether or not you're going to get a credit card, what your interest rate on that credit card is, if you're going to get any, special type of perks on it. Are you going to even be able to get the 0%, or are they going to try to give you a secure credit card? Are you going to be able to get a house? Oh, you can get a house, but what interest rate are they going to give you? Oh, you can get a car. You're gonna be at 24%, or you gonna be at 15, or are you gonna be at 7? This is dictating. Your credit is gonna dictate that. So everything needs to be 100% accurate. And y'all need to make sure that y'all hold them to the fire when it come down to those inaccuracies. But I could talk about inaccuracies for days. Okay. I know y'all all don't want to hear that. Everybody not trying to sue. I realize that with talking to some of y'all. Everybody not trying to sue, and that's y'all prerogative. But that is the main thing when y'all trying to get negative accounts removed from your credit reports. Okay. Which should I work on first, collections or credit card debt? Well, to me, you can do both of them at the same time. If y'all have collections in your credit reports, start to do your dispute letters to remove the collections from your credit reports. All right. And if the collection is not on your credit report, if it was me, I would do a debt validation of debt letter to them. Okay. If it's not on your credit report, do a debt validation letter to them. If is on your credit report, send a letter to all three credit bureaus telling them to remove it. If it's on your credit report, y'all just can't go straight to the company doing debt validation. Y'all have to go through a certain channel, which is y'all have to talk to the credit bureaus first. All right. But I will send out that letter right away, and then I will start looking at my credit cards and looking at the debt, and then I will start paying off the debt that way. That's what I would do. And then some of y'all are paying off y'all charge offs. Y'all are including y'all charge offs as debt y'all need to pay off. And like, no, look at the open credit cards you have right now. Think about those, because some of y'all are putting so much money on closed accounts and y'all utilization stuck right now. So try to fix that first. Okay. Oh my gosh. Stop playing, Mitch. Stop playing, Mitch. So let's see. How much of my credit limit should I be using? Um, y'all, with me personally, I'm at 5%. I can use as much as I want to on my credit cards, because maybe I'm just trying to use like my rewards and stuff like that. But no matter what, y'all, 5% never better not ever be reported to the credit bureau. So say you got a $5,000 credit card. Okay. I would tell y'all, don't use more, or don't let them report for real no more than 10%, and to figure out what's 10% is $5,000. Take the last digit off, which is a zero. That's $500. So no more than $500 better be reported to the credit bureaus if y'all want your credit score to be the best. But with me, I take it even further and say, hey, I need to cut that 500 in half. It needs to be 250. So utilization is going to be very big for me. I don't care about how much y'all use on y'all credit cards, as long as y'all can pay it back. Don't be using y'all credit cards if y'all can't pay it back. Period. Y'all can max the thing out, and then by y'all due date, pay it all the way off. Some people are maxing their credit cards off, paying them off right away. Throughout the month too, because they just want to get an increase. They want to show the credit card company, hey, listen, I need a higher limit. But the key thing is this: don't let them report that high balance. Okay. So by y'all due date, make sure y'all have that paid off, paid down, whichever one y'all want to choose. And after y'all pay it off, pay it down, don't use it again until 5 days after y'all due date, because then that's during the time, like 3 to 5 days after your due date, that's when they're going to report the balance to the credit bureaus. If y'all use it too soon, they're going to already been reported that balance, whatever y'all didn't use. Y'all use an additional $2,000 on a $5,000 credit card. You're like, oh yeah, you told me to pay it off by my due date. The next day you go and spend $2,000 on something, they're going to report that $2,000. And what's the utilization that's going to be? That's going to be what, 40% utilization. So that's not going to be good at all. And that's going to bring your credit score down so much. So we can send debt validations to the credit reporting agencies and the collection. So debt validation is only to the collection company, and it's only when the collection is not on your credit reports. If the collection is on your credit reports, you got to send a letter to the credit bureaus first. Tell them to delete the account from your credit report. If they do not delete it, then the next month you got to send another letter to that collection company. Say, hey, how did you verify the account? Can you send me that verification? And then validation is what you're going to ask that collection company. Hey, credit bureau said you verified this account. Can you please verify the accuracy on this account and then also validate the account? Show that it is a valid debt that I owe you and you know, all those good things and how you even came up with this amount. So that's kind of how it's going to happen. I had learned that by taking a collection class. I act like I was with a collection company, like I was working under a collection company, and they try to teach certain things like, oh, you cannot get sued if they're going about the wrong way. So don't, if the collection is in your credit reports, y'all talk to the credit bureaus first. Okay, talk to them first. Talk to them first. If it's not on your credit reports, then you can do debt validation. And inside my books too, y'all, I give y'all a free debt validation letter, like the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Y'all see right there, and then right here, y'all see the 401 book that includes the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Y'all will have that debt validation letter that y'all can send to the credit bureaus, and then y'all also had a letters that y'all can just send to the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. But y'all, please trust me when I say this, when it come down to these collection companies, they are learning and they're watching us and everything that we're doing. So many people are sending in letters to these companies, y'all. They don't want to delete the account. Please keep an open mind on suing these companies. And y'all have to think about it like this. If y'all don't sue these collection companies, say if y'all do get it deleted, all they're gonna do is sell it to a new collection company, and then you're gonna be wondering why you got a new collection on your credit report because they sold the debt to another collection company. Now this new collection company about to put on your credit report and they finna come after you and try to get the same amount from you. Now, if you was to turn around and just sue them right away because they didn't delete it right away, you ain't take 2 or 3 years trying to get it deleted, and then it's finally deleted. You sued them after 2 to 3 months. You know, I would like 3 months though. After 3 months, you sued them. You can tell them delete the account from my credit report, waive the debt, say I no longer owe it, and then also give me some money. Okay, and I had a few people that I helped actually get money from the collection company. So please don't just think, oh, I'm just going to get it deleted and that's it, y'all. What if they don't delete it? What if they take forever? You just don't know, you know, and all they're going to do is try to sell it to a new company. So keep an open mind about suing. I've got to look at all three bureaus to see where I stand. Yes, always look at all three credit bureaus. And hey, Monica, how are you doing today? But yeah, always look at all three credit bureaus, and I hope that you are doing great too. I haven't been on live for a little while, but I still I remember a lot of y'all names and stuff like that. Um, so I'm happy to see that y'all are back here. The kids finally went back to school today. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can go live again. Y'all, they was running me crazy. Like, I don't know what word I wanted to say. Like, I could not think. I was on live. I'm just like, I don't know what to say. Like, I know the answers, but like, I don't know what to say. The kids have me going crazy, but they are officially back in school today. So we are day one back in here. I plan on go live every single day to answer y'all questions though. Um, if my credit card is maxed out, but I pay on time, is it still hurting me? Yes. Utilization, y'all, is 30% of y'all credit score. So payment history, that's going to be 35% of y'all credit score. So paying on time, that's the part of it that you know you may be doing good. But utilization, y'all, that is 30% of your credit score. I would suggest y'all have a utilization at 10% or less. 5% is going to be even better. Okay. It's going to be even better. You once taught on credit cards, we should get wait. You once taught on credit cards we should get without being secure. Like, do you know of some for no, we should get without being secure. Um, rephrase that once, cause I'm kind of wait. You once taught on credit cards we should get without being secured. I once taught about some credit cards y'all should get without them being secured. Is that what you're referring to, maybe? I just want to make sure because y'all know I can go on a rant. We be talking about something that you not even trying to talk about. So just rephrase that for me. But keep that utilization at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even better. Okay. Which credit card should I pay down first if I have several maxed out? Whichever. Well, before I answer this, y'all, when it come down to having maxed out credit cards, you got to figure out what you're trying to do. Are you just trying to pay down debt, or are you trying to get your credit score to go up as fast as you can? If you're trying to pay off debt, if it was me, I would pay the one with the highest interest rate. Okay, I don't know, probably got like the same interest rate, but I would pay the one with the highest interest rate, right? Or if y'all want to like just pay off y'all credit cards and not use them at all, y'all just want to start having some of y'all credit cards paid off. I would pay off the smallest ones and do like the snowball method. And I have a newer book that is coming out. I cannot wait to be able to give that to you all next month. It's going to be able to help with that because y'all not been paying off my student loans. But I'm paying off the highest interest rate. I don't care about those little balance. I got some little, like, some little balance. No, I'm paying off the highest interest rate. If you're thinking about your credit score, pay off the one that's going to report the soonest, or pay as much as you can on the one that's going to report the soonest. So technically today is the 10th, right? So I would pay is, say we got one that's due on the 15th, we got one that's due on the 19th, and one that's due on the 22nd. The 22nd one may be the lowest balance, and you may think, let me pay that one first. No, no, no. Pay as much as you can on the one that's due the 15th, because that's going to report between the 18th and the 20th. So I always say about 3 to 5 days. So pay as much as you can on that, because you got something called overall utilization too. All your credit cards added up. So I would pay on that one, and then if you get some additional money, then you could pay on the next one and the next one. But you can just keep doing it like that, paying in cycles as they come about, because you may have money that just come at random times or when you get paid. So see whichever one gonna report the soonest. That's when you would pay it. So you want to talk on credit cards like Victoria's Secrets for challenge credit that we can get. Oh, you were talking about the shopping cart trick. When I think Victoria's Secrets, I'm only thinking shopping cart trick. So I was going to check to see if the shopping cart trick is still working. I haven't thought about the shopping cart trick in years. Um, is that what you're referring to though? Because people that had bad credit, they was able to do the shopping cart trick and still get credit cards. So you had that one, you had the Sportsman Guy Visa, you had the Express credit cards. Yes, yes, yes. You want me to try to see if it can work for you? Because the person that I had one person that, like, no matter I put their stuff in there, y'all, they was getting all of the different credit cards, and I was able to do a lot of videos for them. They was able to get so many different credit cards. Um, but they changed their address, so I'll have to try to see if it can work. Message me and make sure you message me about the shopping cart trick, and then I can see if it can work for you. I can see if it can work for you, because maybe y'all can do that. It is a great way for people that's trying to build their credit instead of getting secure credit cards. I can see what you're saying now. Instead of getting secure credit cards, you can do a shopping cart trick, get those credit cards added to your credit report, let them boost your credit score up. And that can be a great way that you can start building your credit, because everybody can't just pay, to get some secure credit cards, because this can be a great method for you. But yeah, message me. And then my assistant does all the messaging where you're at right now. Um, Let her know, hey, talk to Keita during the live. I want her to try the shopping cart trick. And then I can try it for you and see if it can actually work. She can send you the thing so I can try to see if it can work for you. Which credit card should I pay down first? Oh, we already went over that one. Can lowering my credit card balance increase my credit score? Yes, y'all. Utilization again, 30% of y'all credit score. That's probably the main thing a lot of people need to do. You know, I remember when I first learned this, I was wondering why my credit score just keep going up and down. Like, I just did not understand it. One minute I'm at 680, next minute I'm at, 640. Then after that, I'm going up to 702. And I'm like, what is going on? Why is my credit score not just staying? Like, I hit the 700s, but then I keep going back down. And then I go down low, like credit score dropped 70 points. It was utilization, y'all. And even if y'all have one credit card, you're very welcome. Even if y'all have credit cards, say if y'all have a $500 credit card, if y'all have poor utilization with that one credit card, it can really tank your credit score. Utilization in general, y'all, can really tank y'all credit score. Okay, so y'all just need to check y'all utilization on that credit card and keep it at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even best. Be even better. So look at y'all utilization. So the more y'all pay down y'all credit cards, the higher y'all credit score should go up. But remember too, they got a date that they report to the credit bureaus. All right. Some of y'all are paying off these credit cards, and then y'all use your credit card again before they even report to the credit bureaus. It's what they're reporting to the credit bureaus on that specific reporting date, which is like 3 to 5 days after y'all due date. That's why I tell y'all, look at y'all due date. Say if y'all due date was on the 18th. I would say pay y'all credit card off, or pay as much as y'all can 5 days before y'all due date, and don't use it again until 5 days after. So by the 13th, y'all need to pay as much as y'all can, and don't use it again until what, the 23rd. And this is just to try to be more responsible and just try to get on track of understanding y'all dates. Okay. Because it was one credit card I wanted to be able to use, and I'm like, dang, I'm not gonna put it on this one because it's about the report. I don't want the report in this balance. What's my other credit card that's gonna give me some good rewards? Let me put it on that one, because it was a bigger purchase. All right. So I was like, okay, let me put on the next one, because if I use that credit card, because I know about the reporting dates on mine. I already know they say, okay, it's gonna report on the 10th. So that's today. You should be reporting today. if I use that credit card and they end up reporting that balance, y'all ain't gonna have enough time to pay that off. So I'll just use another credit card that's not gonna report anytime soon. I could go ahead and pay it the next day as soon as it report or whatever. But if y'all not understanding these dates, y'all gonna see y'all credit score keep going up and down, up and down. Okay, so y'all need to know the statement closing date. That's why I tell y'all 3 days before, I mean 5 days before y'all credit card is due, and then 5 days after y'all credit card is due. That's why I tell y'all those dates, or to look at those different things. Pay it 5 days before, don't use it again until 5 days after it's due. That give y'all enough time to have it paid down as much as y'all can, and then on top of that, y'all not adding new balances on there. That's gonna make y'all credit scores go up by making sure y'all don't use it again until 5 days after y'all due date. Why can my credit report show a high balance? So why can my credit report show a high balance when I already paid the card? Y'all have to understand that they only gonna report once a month, period. All right. Remember, I was just telling y'all, oh, I want to put a charge on my credit card. Okay, $1,000. Put $1,000 charge on my credit card. I'm not putting $1,000 on this one because they're gonna report to the credit bureau on the 10th, which is today. All right. So I already know this credit card not gonna report until today, which is the 10th. So I'm glad I didn't put that charge on here. So once they report on the 10th, y'all, I can go on and put $1,000 charge on it. I wouldn't care because you know why, y'all? They only gonna report once a month. So I got a whole month. I got probably into the 10th of next month. I probably won't be playing games like that because I think my credit card was actually due on like the 7th. I will make sure by my statement, by my due date, I will have it paid off. Period. All right, because they're only going to report once a day on your statement closing. So whatever your statement balance is, y'all, that's all they reporting. Again, for credit cards due on the 10th, y'all, they gonna not due on the 10th, but it's gonna report on the 10th. Once they report that balance, y'all, they not report anything else until your next statement coming out. Okay. So they can still have a high balance. Some of y'all think um for a credit card, say if y'all pay y'all credit card today on the 10th and y'all due date not until the 23rd, they probably not even gonna report until about the 28th. So always say like 3 to 5 days after the due date. So y'all wondering why the credit bureaus haven't reported that y'all pay down y'all credit card. They not gonna report until y'all statement closing date. That's like 3 to 5 days after y'all due date. All right. So y'all have to understand that. Once y'all understand that, y'all gonna be able to master utilization because utilization is the thing that's really hurting a lot of people. Okay. So once y'all master that utilization, y'all gonna see y'all credit score really go up. And what's the difference between my statement date and my payment due date? Okay, so this is the good part. This is what we get at, y'all. Okay, so listen, y'all have y'all due date. Let's start with the due date first. Y'all have a date that y'all stuff is due. Period. All right. So again, y'all have all due dates on your credit cards. Then y'all have something called your statement date. That's the date that your statement is coming out. Your statement is going to tell how much you owe on that day. All right. And it's going to show for, probably like the last, 25 days or something like that. So y'all have to make sure that when it come down to y'all due date, that's the date that I always tell y'all to pay y'all statement balance. That's what y'all owe last month that y'all didn't finish paying. Pay that by your due dates. Okay, that's the only reason why I care about a due date. Other than that, I don't care about a due date. All right, because I tell y'all to pay it 5 days before the due date anyway. Only reason y'all care about a due date is because the due date is when they're gonna see how much you have to pay, because that's the date that it's gonna be due too. All right, so your due date is the date you need to make sure that you pay your balance and to not get charged any interest, which is what I'm about. I don't want to pay these credit card companies any interest. I want to make sure I pay my statement balance by that date, period. Now, only reason why y'all want to know y'all statement date is because some of y'all want to get y'all utilization down. So y'all want to make sure that y'all paying additional and y'all want to pay it before y'all statement date. So remember, I was telling y'all about that $1,000 I wanted to put on the card. I would have put it on there even if it was the day after my due date or on my due date. I still would have did it. But we have to wait to transactions post, which is about 2 days. So if I would have left that $1,000 balance on there, they would have reported that additional $1,000, which could have messed up my utilization. That's one reason why I want to know what my statement closing date is, because I want to make sure that by my statement closing date, use the day before, my balance is where I want it to be at when they report to the credit bureaus, period. Okay, I hope y'all understanding that. That's kind of like if y'all, a lot of y'all went to school, y'all should understand it this way. When y'all go to school, if y'all did have like some missed work, y'all want to know what y'all grade is before they report. y'all final grade. Y'all see y'all at a B. I remember being crazy like this. Y'all see y'all at a B, you like, dude, I am at an 88%. I need to talk to the teacher before the grades close, which is the date that that's gonna be your statement date, basically. That's the date they're gonna report. I need to make sure that I can get this at least to a 90, 91, so I can get to an A. Just think about when grades close, they close. Whatever your grade is at that time, they reporting it. Whatever y'all balance is, y'all, they are reporting it. Ain't no going back, changing this, changing that. No, grades were due. Your teacher had to put your grades in. Whatever your grade was at that time, they reported it. So y'all can easily play with these numbers, but y'all just have to make sure that no matter what, if y'all want to know anything, pay off statement balance by your due date. So they don't charge you any interest. Okay. That's why I tell y'all 3 days before y'all 5 days before y'all due date, pay your statement balance, whatever that is, and whatever else y'all can pay. And then don't use y'all credit cards until 5 days after y'all due date. Because they're gonna report to the credit bureaus. Y'all can max that thing on out. They won't even care because they won't even know. Because y'all can easily pay it back off until they report again the following month. Okay. Should I close credit cards after I pay them off? No, y'all need to try to keep y'all credit cards open as long as y'all can. The only time I would say think about paying off a credit or closing a credit card is if y'all have some of them, like y'all know, like the Verve card, some of those credit cards that got the maintenance fees, like the maintenance fees where you got they charging you probably 7.95 or a month or something like that. Y'all know to talk about some of those ones where the annual fee 100 and some dollars, and no, you ain't got no Delta card. Like this is just one of those $500 cards that's basically preying on people. This could also be like sometimes Credit One may give you a $99 annual fee. Y'all may be like, oh, I need to cancel this. I ain't got annual fees on my other credit cards. My credit up now. Let me go ahead and cancel that. Those are the only ones I think that y'all should go ahead and close. Y'all got the ones that's charging y'all 9.95 per month as a maintenance fee. Those are the ones that y'all want to get closed because it's just too much money. Y'all need to replace those cards, let your credit score go up, then I can go ahead and close those accounts. At least that's what I would do. But don't just go close y'all accounts. Y'all have something called credit age where they want to know how long you've been having credit. They want to know that you ain't just start doing this. It's just experience basically. So if y'all have credit cards where all your credit cards was got within the last 6 months, y'all not gonna see y'all credit score at its best. That's why some people add trade lines to their credit report, adding trade lines or get added as an authorized user because when they do that, when you get added as someone onto someone else's credit card, say if I was to add you onto one of my credit cards, somewhere, for example, I added my daughter on. Now I added her on. She's 15. Now this new credit card on her credit reports make it sound like she had this credit card for 7 years. That's the age. It's going to help her credit score go up very, very high. Okay, but y'all want to have age. Y'all don't want to like y'all babies. Y'all just started using credit. Y'all want to start having age. So I wouldn't suggest y'all just start closing credit cards. If y'all have credit cards y'all don't want to use, you like, I don't have an annual fee on it, which is where I want y'all to be at. I have credit cards like that too, y'all. But what I do, I use my credit cards every 6 months to make sure that they don't close it. So January 1st, July 1st, I'm using it. I'm swiping it for something. Because if y'all don't use it, y'all, they're gonna close it due to inactivity, and that's gonna be involuntarily them closing it. All right. So you don't want them just to close it because you could just close it on your own. So make sure that every 6 months y'all using it. And I just like to think January 1st, July 1st, it's just so much easier for me. I received a credit card with only $300 balance. I haven't activated, have other credit cards. Is it worth it? So you have a $300 limit. It just depends what's the company. I had saw a comment where somebody was like, I did the mission lane. It was like my credit score in the 700, and I think they said they gave me like a 300 or a $500 limit. And they was like, what I ended up doing was putting a lot of charges on a credit card, and they end up automatically increasing me to $1,500. They were thinking should they close it. I'm guessing I haven't responded, so I just saw it because usually my team will respond to some comments. But maybe that may be the case for you, depending on which credit card it is. Maybe you're going to build a relationship with them. Maybe it will be able to grow. It had to be a reason why you apply for the credit card in the first place. I don't know. See if the credit card would be worth it. And you see, you got other credit cards. You have to just see if this credit card is gonna be worth it, and then look at the annual fee. That's the biggest thing to me. If a credit card don't have an annual fee, and if it's like a known credit card that I can build like a relationship with. Maybe Capital One gave you $300 credit card because they don't trust you. But you can easily build a relationship with Capital One, get more credit cards with them, get a higher limit eventually. So you have to just, weigh your stuff that way. Like, is it going to be worth having it? I had to start my credit card journey from scratch. But my age is only 2.5 years. Yeah, your age is going to continue to go down too. Like how you saw, I just got this $300 credit card limit. It's going to continue to go down because now that's going to mess with your age. And what your age are is the average age of accounts. That's what it's called, like your average. You know, whenever you get a card that starts from zero, that messes with your average. So, you know, the account is already on your credit report. You got to think about it like that too. But probably gonna already be reported on your credit report. Because I had a credit card like that too. I applied for it like years ago. I applied for it. I didn't realize like the annual fee that they were gonna give me, and I was like, Hey, I'm desperate right now, but I ain't that desperate. And I end up canceling it. But guess what? They still reported to the credit bureau. Then they end up reporting it closed the following month. So, hey, I have not been seeing your video. I have not been going live. My kids was out of school, and today they are in school. So I am back alive. They was out of school, and I was losing my mind trying to answer questions for y'all. You got the 4-year-old coming in here, and I was just so happy, y'all. He jumped out of the car so happy. And he was like, "Hey, mom, they finna start letting us in. Like, where are you at?" Because I had to run and go get something because my Walmart delivery didn't come on time, and I had to run to the store. And he calling me on Alexa, talking about some, "Hey, they finna open the gates. We can get in there now." Da, 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 da. Boy, I want you to go as much as you want to go. I'm not finna miss this, okay? But yeah, they are back in school, so I'm so happy they are back in school. So I'm gonna go live in the morning because I am helping some people with like lawsuits and cases like that. So I'm gonna go live in the morning so I can spend like the rest of the day for like the lawsuits because people are getting this money, and that's like my top priority to get these cases going good. What happens if I stop using my old credit cards completely? They're gonna close your credit cards due to inactivity. So y'all want to make sure at least every January 1st and July 1st, y'all can get on that cycle with me. That's what I do. I just make sure like I get my credit cards, which ones which ones am I not using, and I just make sure I swipe that and I use it. I just make it as simple as that. I used to try to put like, and I told myself I was gonna do it. I said it during a live too when I was suggesting it to y'all. I was gonna put like a small little charge on the credit cards, but I don't like that. Maybe y'all think, oh, let me just put Netflix on this one, just put it on auto pay. I need to monitor that. What happens if you do put a small charge on a credit card? And think about it like this: you put a small charge in your credit card, you think, oh, I'm putting Netflix on here. And what happens if something happened with that auto pay and you thinking that, oh, the auto pay is good, and it was not good. And now they reported you 30 days late, 60 days late. You're not even checking on that credit card. I don't even want to look at the credit card. Seriously, I don't want to think about it. I want to know ain't nothing coming off that credit card. I ain't got to look at it until, January 1st and July 1st. And then I'm going to check again February and in August to make sure that it was paid. As simple as that. Okay, I want to just keep it that simple. Okay, school started for your kids already. Mine will be going back on September 1st, September 2nd. Oh, okay, yes, they started early. They got out early though. Uh, They definitely got out early. So yes, they already started back. And I'm here in Florida. I know like I have a few cousins and stuff. They was talking about how their kids gonna start back into September. But y'all kids got out in June. Mine got out um in May. Mine got out in May. But yes, and so counting down the time for you next. Count down the time for you next. It's not that we want to love our kids, but like where I was having them get like, hey, I want you to grade my workbook and I want you to teach me this, teach me that. And it's like, okay, I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do this. It's just running after them is it's a lot of work. Seriously, especially if you want to be present with them and not be like, oh, just where she. If you want to be present with them, it's really a lot of work being a parent. What happens if you stop using? Oh, we talked about that. How bad is a 30-day late payment? Y'all, 30-day late payments to me is worse than a bankruptcy because when y'all are trying to remove a bankruptcy from a credit report, you want that full bankruptcy removed. When it come down to a late payment, you trying to tell them, hey, listen, I was late on this in this month. Go and remove that late payment. And y'all, the credit bureau's got this automated system. They ain't looking at our letters. They're not looking at our letters. So they may mess around and remove your whole account. You may want them to remove like a one late payment. They gonna end up removing our whole account. So you just have to be very, very, very careful with this. All right. So I would rather have a bankruptcy, honestly, get the bankruptcy deleted than that late payment. It'd be worse too if y'all had a 30-day late and then it keep going. Now you 30 days, 60 days late. Be like, oh my gosh. Y'all can ask the company to remove it, but sometimes depending on where that late payment is from, these companies be acting all bougie like they don't want to remove anything. And I be keeping record on which companies act like that because I be thinking about these companies as they work for me because it's true. Some of y'all paying interest on y'all credit cards. They making so much money off of y'all. They need to do whatever y'all tell them. If you ask me, you would think that they'll do it. But when these companies don't do what I need them to do, I just keep record on them. Okay. And then Lamar, you got to tell me exactly what you're referring to, but you can message me, I guess, to get more details because some things I do and some things I don't do. Some things I just teach y'all to be able to do. What should I do if I have an old late payment, but I've been paying on time ever since? Just do a goodwill letter. If y'all got a late payment, do a goodwill letter. When y'all purchase the book, y'all get free course that come along with it. I got some late payment letters in there that y'all can use. Send it to the company, send it to the credit bureaus. And then also y'all have this book as an option too, which has the 70 dispute letters. Is this one right here. So this book got 70 dispute letters. You got three of them that y'all can send for 3 months, basically once a month. Y'all can send to the credit bureaus for like your student loans. And then you got another set of three for just late payments in general that y'all can use if y'all have like your mortgage, if you have maybe y'all credit cards, y'all have your auto loans, just do a goodwill letter and ask them to remove it from your credit reports. Can I ask the creditor to remove it? Yeah, I would ask the creditor first. Ask the creditor first to remove the late payments, and I would be asking them around the clock, y'all, because what else y'all gonna do? Ask the credit bureaus to remove that late payment first. I mean, ask the creditor remove it first, and then ask the credit bureaus. Y'all asking the credit bureaus, y'all. The credit bureaus may mess around to delete the full account. So y'all creditors is the top ones y'all really want to ask to remove that late payment. How many hard inquiries is too many? I say five. But it depends. Some of y'all trying to do business credit, y'all need to be at zero. Y'all need to be at zero or one. So it really just depends, but y'all know if y'all got hard inquiries, I have the numbers in the free course that come along with the books. Just call the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. That's how y'all remove hard inquiries. Those things will be removed in like 24 to 48 hours. But just don't get them any inquiries that's tied to an account. Y'all know y'all got a Capital One account. Don't be calling them telling them that that Capital One inquiry it shouldn't be on your credit report. All right, because then they're gonna try to flag that Capital One account as fraud. All right, so just be very, very careful with that. And if y'all got a lot of inquiries, say if y'all got 10 inquiries, don't go and get them all 10 when y'all call them. Give them like three of them. All right. Two or three, hang up, call back again, and talk about some new ones. All right. Don't give them all of them because they already gonna know what you up to. Should I dispute a hard inquiry I recognize? I ain't gonna be telling y'all this. I ain't telling y'all what to do. Okay. I'm just telling y'all that if y'all have some inquiries in your credit reports that y'all do not think should be on there, that's up to y'all. I don't think any inquiry should be on the credit report, me personally. Then I was calling credit bureaus and tell them it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be on there. All right. I'm not gonna tell them it's fraud. I'm not gonna tell them, I'm gonna say, hey, I got some inquiries on here that I do not think it should be on here. I'm not gonna tell y'all to do certain things. Y'all gonna have to figure that out on y'all own if y'all know what I mean. Like y'all trying to set me up over here. Y'all gonna be put me in a deposition. So this is what you do. Credit bureaus be deposing me. So when you made the comment when you were live, like I just want to watch what I say because I think I am actively like I am like going after these companies. So you gotta always think that if I say the wrong thing, it could be used against me. So y'all gotta use y'all minds a little bit on what y'all should say, shouldn't say, or get me on the phone or something. I don't know. And we'll talk about it personally. What should I do if I find an inquiry I never authorized? You should really be on the phone. If y'all, some people be scared to delete, like dispute, like accounts that's not theirs. Yeah, I would be if the account is not really mine, I would be working to remove. It was only one time I was like, you know what? Because somebody was trying to buy a house, but they had a credit card on their credit report. Utilization was amazing. Like utilization was amazing. I think it was at like 2 or 3%. that payment history was like 2 years old, 3 years old, and they about to buy a house. And they like, well, I don't, this not my account. Now, in that instance, I would personally leave it alone. All right. But if the account is not yours, you got an account on there. And I'm not always saying this should be good for everybody, but you about to buy a house, y'all. If you about to buy a house, you get a positive account like that deleted, your credit score can go down because that credit card is most likely lifting that credit score up. But if you got an account on there that's not yours, some of y'all are scared to actually report the identity theft on that. Like, y'all know if y'all report identity theft, them accounts are supposed to be removed in like 5 days after they become aware. Y'all actually letting them know it's identity theft. So if y'all have inquiry also that's not y'all's, that's more of a reason why you can get on the phone and say, hey, this is fraud. I be saying the word like this is fraud. No, I don't think it should be on there. No, this is fraud. I would be getting that late payment. I mean, that inquiry removed from the credit report. Why do I need to check Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion instead of just one report? Because some of these companies they look at different bureaus. One of them may look at Equifax, one may look at TransUnion, one may look at Experian. Like I just did a little back to school event with my kids, and when we went to the event, they were actually letting kids sign up for accounts, and they was giving like a they was adding $30 into their accounts. It's like a cool back to school event. I'm like, oh, my kids can always have another account. Let's go. And I asked them, which bureau do y'all pull? Guess what they said? Experian. All right. So guess what? If my Experian is not the best, then I'm not going to be asking them to give me any credit cards, loans, or anything. If y'all TransUnion is the best, then y'all want to find a company that's going to, pull y'all best report, which is TransUnion. So y'all need to look at all three credit bureaus because all three credit bureaus are reporting different things, and y'all don't know which company, like which bureau these companies are going to want to pull. You want to just have them all together, but I have some clients like, say if you had a bankruptcy, you worked on removing your bankruptcy, you only got to delete it off of Equifax. It's still on TransUnion Experian. You still working to fix those. What if y'all didn't know who's off of Equifax already? Y'all trying to get a credit card that pull TransUnion? No, you should be focusing on a credit card that's gonna pull Equifax because that's your probably your better credit report. But you want to be able to look at all three of them so you can know which one is the best one, and then also know what you would need to fix. I use this, the CFPB and FTC, and this process is taking 6 months. Did I miss something else other than that? So what's the process that you're doing? Are you trying to delete an account from your credit reports, or like what exactly are you doing? Like what process is taking long? And y'all have to understand, if y'all trying to delete an account from the credit reports, be okay with suing them, y'all. Like that y'all have to probably have in y'all head that I'm just gonna sue them. Okay, that's why I don't even mess with the CFPB, maybe FTC only for identity theft. Like if it's identity theft, I'll really be suing. Like if it's real life identity theft. But if it's not identity theft, I won't be lying saying it is identity theft. I will be setting up a case so I can sue these companies, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get this much from that company, this much from that company. I'll be set it up so I can get some money from them and get them to delete the account from the credit report. Okay. What kinds of differences should I look for when I comparing all three of my credit reports? When y'all looking at all three of your credit reports, it depends on what you got going on. First, see if y'all got any negative accounts on there. If y'all have negative accounts, you want to know who report these negative accounts. So just look everywhere and see if y'all have any negative accounts on there. That's gonna be the top thing that y'all want to look at. So collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, foreclosures. Just look for all the negative accounts. Look for late payments. All right. And then the next thing, when y'all looking at all three of your credit reports, you want to see which score is the highest. You want to see, sometimes when y'all have credit cards, sometimes it may not report on a certain bureau. So you could be paying down this credit card, you think your credit score is going up, but they're not even reporting, for example, on Equifax or something, or TransUnion. So you just want to make sure that the accounts are reporting on all three credit bureaus. Maybe y'all added a trade line. Maybe the trade line is not on a certain bureau. So y'all just want to be looking at these different things. And if y'all trying to get accounts deleted, look for errors when y'all comparing all three credit bureaus. What should I do if a collection report is different from on the different bureaus? I would sue. I would sue the collection company, and I would sue the credit bureaus. Okay, and I'll be asking all of them for some money, and I'll be asking all of them to delete the account from the credit report, and that collection company, I'll be asking them to waive the debt because I don't want them selling it to anybody else, and I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see the debt at all anymore on the credit report. Should I apply for another credit card to help my credit score if I'm under 600s? If you don't have at least four credit cards, I would. I would apply for another credit card, but look at your utilization. Some of y'all think that y'all can just add another credit card on. In some cases, y'all can. I do talk about that. Inside of Raise Your Credit Score 100 Points in 30 Days book, which is this one right here. I talk about, hey, maybe add another like a 0% APR credit card on your credit reports because you can actually transfer that balance. Plus, you got more of a limit available. Or apply for some high limit credit cards. I would say like apply for Lowe's, apply for like Alfion. They give you high limits. Apply for Care Credit because it can help with your overall utilization too. Um, but see if you got the four credit cards and then work on getting your utilization done. I mean, getting your utilization down. Delete negative accounts. Should I just pay? It was 8 accounts. Yeah. Well, so the thing is, y'all, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Y'all not just paying me to like sue for y'all. That's not what I do. Okay. The thing that I do, y'all, I just help guide y'all through the process. That's what I do. I help guide y'all through the process. Think about me as y'all friend and know everything. All right. That's all y'all really doing. All right. I'm not gonna be, I can't technically, I can never put like file things for you. But I can help you get a document together. I can look at what they're saying and I can say you, hey, say this or say that. You know, it's kind of like when you got a boyfriend and you got an older brother and your brother no game and he like, sis, don't let him do that to you. Don't let him. It's that. That's kind of what I do. Like, oh, the Kita, they said that they're gonna give me 2,000. Like, no, they can give you four. Ask them for four. Hey, they can give you six. Ask for six. You didn't know you can do that. You didn't know you can ask for it, or you can be like, well, I gotta file this. Oh no, I can give here. Let me type the document. Hey, send this to them. That's what I do. But yes, you can definitely message me here and we can talk more about it. But I need to see what you have said to them because they always these companies, y'all, they keep track of everything that we send to them. They're gonna try to bring this stuff up like, oh, you said this once and now you're saying this and we didn't know this, we didn't know that. So I have to see exactly what you said to them. But it's not that I'm suing, like um um being y'all lawyer. I'm not y'all lawyer. I need to be y'all lawyer. I like the angle that I am taking though, instead of being people lawyer because I told y'all these lawyers out here taking y'all money, and I become a lawyer, I'm gonna have to give y'all $1,000 and keep the $40,000 for myself, which is crazy, but it is what it is. Depend on the case. So I say y'all use me before before I do become a lawyer. Can become an authorized user help someone with a credit score under 600? Yeah, I believe it could, but y'all just not becoming an authorized user. Some of y'all think that y'all can just add any credit card, like add any account to your credit report, your credit score supposed to go up. Sometimes y'all they can have bad utilization. If they got bad utilization on a credit card, I don't care if they had a $10,000 limit. If they using $9,000, that account is going to hurt you so bad, and you couldn't even try to dig your way out of it. Cause it ain't like you got 60,000 or $70,000 or $80,000 in credit cards to offset this 9,000 that they're using. So it really just depends. Just make sure that they don't have any late payments and their utilization is great and it probably can help your credit score. Okay. What's the biggest mistake people make when they're desperate to fix their credit report quickly? I think that when you're desperate to fix your credit report quickly, you're not having an overall plan. All right. So, I've been helping people with credit. Right? I don't want to say helping people with credit, but I've been literally doing something along the lines of credit for over 10 years now. Now that I know how to sue the credit bureaus, I know how to sue the collection companies, I know how to sue them creditors, y'all off the rip, like off the top, before anything, I'm already gonna be knowing if they don't do what I need them to do, I'm suing them. I'm already thinking that. So now that I'm already thinking that it's certain things I'm gonna do and certain things I'm not gonna do. Like some people, they may start off and say, you know what, I just need to get this done quickly. I seen somebody talking about identity theft, forget it off in 5 days. I'm gonna do this identity theft, they finna delete it in 5 days. And yeah, it's working for some people. It is working for some people, but you gotta think about what if it don't work for you and now you trying to turn around and sue and they're gonna try to use that against you. So you just need to have a game plan and actually implement that game plan. And then some people that say that they want to boost their credit score quickly, they go straight to want to pay off a collection. That's what I did before too. I went straight paid off a collection. Then I got salty, y'all, because I started seeing that like other people was not paying off collection. That's when I learned that way. I could have got this deleted, and then I was like, okay, well, how you people get this deleted? That's when I learned about getting stuff deleted. Okay. But some people want to just go and just pay off this, pay off that. I didn't know anything about getting stuff deleted. So some people put all their money towards paying off certain accounts, and the account's still on their credit report that they didn't put that money towards paying down their credit cards. That could have helped their utilization. So I think that those are like the main mistakes that people are like making. Like, have a game plan, and don't just be paying these accounts willy nilly unless you got like utilization problems. That's who I would be paying. Okay. And, just implement the plan that you have. Implement the plan. If I can only do one thing on my credit today, what should it be? If you have negative accounts, work on doing dispute letters today. All the bad stuff gotta go. I always use this example and I feel bad using it, but it's true because I got cheated on before, so I can say it. I got cheated on before, so I can say it. I always think about negative accounts on your credit reports. Think about that as this. Say, but I'm just gonna use my example. When I got cheated on, if I did not know about this other girl, I would have been better off. But now I know about the girl, it's bad. Like, now I know, especially if you can see the girl, it's gonna be worse. Like, hold on, because you're gonna start comparing. She not that pretty. Da, 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 da. Think about that as like y'all in y'all credit reports. Y'all could have not paid a credit card fine, but to see it on y'all credit report and now they actually can see, okay, no, you really did not pay this, and this is what the balance was. Da, da, da. Now it looks bad. So if y'all was to delete that account from the credit report, or if this man was to hide this girl, it wouldn't hurt as bad. Okay, it wouldn't hurt as bad because what you can't see cannot technically hurt you in a sense. So think about this. These accounts in your credit reports is y'all been cheating and now it's out there. Now you can actually see it. All right. Now you can actually see it. You don't want these companies to see y'all past and let you, oh, I did. I didn't pay them 4 credit cards and it's on there. If y'all get that stuff deleted because there's errors on there, it won't look as bad when another company pull your credit reports. Okay. So think of it that way. So if anything, them negative accounts, y'all got that bankruptcy, y'all need to get that deleted. When y'all people say this too, this is where I came up with this cheating thing. Because people are like, oh well, you know, even if I get the bankruptcy deleted when I apply for a mortgage, I'm still gonna tell them I had a bankruptcy. Yeah, but the bankruptcy not gonna be factored into your credit score because it's not on your credit report. And you're not trying to hide the point that you had, a bankruptcy. You just try not to have it factored into your credit score. Because once it's deleted from your credit report, it's not being factored into your credit score. But when y'all apply for a mortgage, y'all know y'all gotta wait 2 years. If y'all did chapter 7, chapter 13 is 1 year. Y'all are probably 3 years out. This been happened. But y'all don't want that bankruptcy still being factored into your credit score. You want to get your credit score as high as you can. So that's why you want to just get that thing deleted. You just don't want to just have it out there and open where they can just look at the account. As simple as that. All right. But hopefully y'all understand it that way because I just know that as a fact. Like, dang, I ain't had to see this. If I didn't know about it, I would have been better off. Okay. What would you personally focus on in the next 30 days if your credit score was under 600? That's what I would do. I would focus on negative accounts, my utilization, and late payments. Those are the main things. All right. Some of y'all worry about like inquiries. I told y'all can remove y'all inquiries in 24 to 48 hours. Inquiries is not a big factor. Some of y'all work focusing too much on that. Like their inquiries, like call the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. Y'all can't just call the credit bureaus tell them to remove an account. We're past those days. But y'all can call them and tell them to remove an inquiry. So focus on your utilization on your credit cards. So focus down on paying down some of y'all credit cards. Focus on deleting them negative accounts from y'all credit reports. And if y'all got any late payments, focus on that. And then also next 30 days, I'm not trying to plug a book. I don't care if y'all buy the books or not. Only reason I got books is so I can reference them. So I can actually reference them. I have my Raise Your Credit Score. This is actually my copy. That's why I look crazy like this. But this is the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. When I have clients, I literally go through this book with them and I say, hey, do day one, day number two, day number three. Because some in there gonna help y'all increase your credit score. We go over late payments, we go over utilization, we go over removing accounts from credit reports, we going over getting your rent reported on your credit reports, we're going over adding installment accounts, we go over removing inquiries, we go over so much, but it's a day by day thing where it's like every single day, just tackle it. Like I told y'all before I stopped going live that I was working on, my eating habits, my weight. I don't know if y'all see my face is definitely getting slimmer. My face is getting slimmer, but I'm now like 14 pounds. Like I have to just have a game plan on this is what I'm doing, and I'm just doing it every single day. And I think a credit is the same way. Y'all need to know what's to do, and y'all need to just do it every single day. Don't overcomplicate it. Just don't overcomplicate the process. So that's what I would do. I would just do the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. I would do every single day that's in that book, and I would just call it a day. All right. And before, when I had filed bankruptcy, y'all, that's what I did. I did the things that was inside of this book. I just put it in book form now so y'all can know. But when I talk to clients and look at credit reports in the past, this is what I was having them do. I just now have it in a book where y'all can just go through it. And what's the book, like $15? Like, and y'all get the free letters and stuff that come along with it. It's just so much easier to say, hey, just do this. And then people can get it and do it on their own. Y'all don't need to have anybody doing y'all credit. I just think credit another thing is one of them things where we should have been knew about this stuff. We should have been knew how to manage this. We shouldn't even got in this trap. We worry about other stuff, which is stuff that I'm educating myself on. Y'all can see I got my Rich AF book back there and other things. But like we need to be focusing on stocks. I just did a 2-day event on with Charles Schwab. They invited me out there to learn more, and oh my gosh, it's just so much, and it's not a lot of. I don't know what race y'all is, but like it's not a lot of people that look like me out there. It's a select few of us, but like they are out here really moving money and doing these different things. We need to be focusing on that, not on credit. Like we need to be able to have money in our account so we can go and get that money. We will need to be focusing on credit like that. So I just want to put this information out there because I know next year for sure I'm going to be talking more about investments and things like that, retirement accounts, how to set yourself up for the future. I just got done reading Smart Women Finish Rich, and that checklist, I was happy that when I went through the book, it is a lot of stuff that I had done, but it's still so much. It's like my mama didn't teach me this, and I called my mama like, "Hey, mom, you doing this? You doing that? Make sure you have this set up." But y'all, that's what we should be focusing on, not credit. So it was a small little snippet in that book that talked about credit. Simple as that. All right. So yeah, we need to be focusing on other things. So if it was me, 30 days, I just do the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, get my credit together, and just move on and start focusing on other things. But that's really everything, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope I answered all y'all questions. If y'all have any questions, make sure y'all message me, and I will see you all tomorrow when I go live again. Bye bye, everybody. All right, if you guys, when I have my TikTok on, I cannot later on tell y'all to get y'all books here. I do have the books where y'all can get them here, discounted at allthingsrakita.com. Y'all can be able to get the books at like a extreme discount because a lot of my books are like $10 there a piece. Y'all can be able to get them, so get them there. That's not how much a lot of people are paying for them, but go ahead and get the books down below. I will still see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will be sure to answer them. Bye bye, everybody.